right, Jeff joins us on the left with Turbo Depths. And on the right, we have Adam on Teamer Delver. Looks like one card moving to the bottom of the deck for Jeff. I'm looking to 6. Bayou.
Untap, keep, drop.
Swamp.
Yeah.
I guess the exploration.
Yeah,
Okay, we're already getting a little nutty. Here's Entomb. Tank Terry, thank you for the resub, 15 months. Jumbo Cactuar. It's the Cactuar. Oh my goodness. All right, whoever voted for this one, thank you. Okay, I did not expect that.
Starting. Got it. Sorry.
On tap. Sure. Trigger on this back line, dude.
What are you doing with it?
I will find.
Nobody expects the cactus, Isaiah. Exactly right. Hype train just started.
All right.
Race channeler.
Dragon's Rage Channeler. Okay, maybe the show notes are wrong. This is not Depths.
You. Draw.
I did not play against Jeff at this event. We could be on the verge of something special, folks. I think everybody's rooting for this Cactuar right now. Sorry, Adam. Nobody wants you to win. Thespian stage. Animate dead on the Cactuar. It's getting dazed. Come on, Spirit Guide. Ah, it's countered. So Thespian stage was played. This is some kind of reanimator depths deck.
So artifact instant land. Chain lightning face trigger.
Oh, yeah.
Sure.
Chain lightning to the face, getting a surveil trigger.
Swing 3.
Thespian stage on the battlefield, though, I mean, countering the animate dead, Adam's probably still a little bit nervous here.
Attack for 3.
I'll trade the domestics.
Graveyard's full of stuff, though. We could be seeing a Murktide. People are rooting for this cactus.
Batch down to 18.
Come on, Jeff.
Person is 1.
Ah, I thought that was reanimate. Thoughtseize. Okay, Delver, double questing druid, Murktide. Okay, the Murktide is coming. Potentially.
I wish I could take this land.
Take 1 to 2.
Yeah, Jeff thought about it for a moment, took the Murktide. Well, I guess it's not coming then. I was saying that was the plan. Come on, Jeff.
What is it? Forcing.
Forest Cycling Generous Ent. Let's go. Folks, I think Jeff has broken the format.
Moving the end step.
Yeah.
Trigger the same.
This might be it. Legacy's changed forever.
Killed something.
All right, Jeff digs up a mortuary with Generous Ent. Forest cycled. I guess we're going to surveil at some point. It will be now. Urbor gets dumped. Isaiah with a great question. Is Jeff playing more than 60 or is it triple sleeved? It's 60 cards triple sleeved, I'm pretty sure.
For 3. Play land for turn. Wasteland Thespian stage.
Oh, yeah. I forgot this one. 14.
10 to life.
All right, Adam knows the power of these 3-power flyers. Wasted Thespian stage to slow things down. Could have held that Wasteland to prevent a potential, Hex Mage into Dark Depths. Could have been risky.
Spade the one or the.
Yep. So
Him to Turak.
I'll just spade the one for this.
roll for what you keep.
I'll draw.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So you keep the last
I think
three.
I'll speed
Keep this one. Discard these two. Okay.
Yes.
On top, upkeep. Draw.
Did not flip the Delver. Jeff has to be happy about that.
Your turn. I will.
Another Dragon's Rage Channeler. Okay. All right, Adam gets game 1. I wanted to see that Cactuar attack.
Boys, I want to do like a mono black, like aggro, like.
This is the mono black aggro list. This is it, yeah. It's really awesome. I like it.
Isaiah says, as someone who played Rug Delver for years, Teamer Delver still sounds weird as hell. Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, creature and permanent removal is more prevalent in Modern usually. Here's Urborg.
Wait, Thundering Falls, Serval.
Yeah, some booze coming in that the Cactuar was stopped in game 1. Thundering Falls leaves a card on top. These decks, like the one Jeff is playing, can be difficult to play against sometimes because you're not sure which combo they're going to attempt in the game. That's a Dark Depths. Hex Mage gets dazed. There's Daze again.
Ponder. Shuffle.
Now, you know, we have this ban announcement coming up. People talking about what cards should be banned, the whole thing. Daze. Daze comes up a lot. My worry, who's with me on this? My worry is that if we ban Daze, Daze stopped what Jeff is doing twice in this match already. If we ban Daze, Legacy just will be overrun with decks like the one Jeff is playing, goofy combo decks. And I'm saying this like no insult to Jeff, just the deck is kind of goofy. All in on random combos. That's not going to be good.
Yeah, wow, this is crazy.
Curious your opinion.
Overlord of the Belmerk, okay.
Curious in your opinion, yeah. Like, considering something like
Yeah.
like main deck is so good, and like I don't want to do anything. But,
Fair enough.
Lord of the Belmerk. It's a generous Ent in the graveyard now. Oh, crap. Did Jeff return anything to hand? I missed it.
Serval.
Thundering Falls, Serval. Dark Depths on the battlefield. Dark Depths can tap for mana. Usually it can't. There's a Thespian stage. Okay. Hex Mage. Okay. Okay. Hex Mage combines with the Overlord kind of nice. It's kind of cool.
Yep.
All right. Goes to make a Marlage. Yeah, I see. I'm with Aquinas on this. I just feel like Daze is an important card to have legal. That's my feeling anyway. I know people disagree. I'm well aware, but that's my position.
How many cards in here? Okay. I will pass turn.
Wasteland can be pretty effective against the Merit Lage combos, but these kind of turbo depth decks are built to beat that even. All right, so a Bowmaster getting flashed in here. This game's going a lot better for Jeff.
Sure.
Bolting Bowmaster now. Not sure I like that.
No, just dumping it out.
Equally valid reason.
Like I'm pretty sure you have a brazen bar.
That.
Jeff making a prediction here. Pretty sure Adam has a Brazen Borrower. If you've never seen these Turbo Depths decks in action before, sometimes they make a Marit Lage, then crop rotation for Sajiri Step or something like that. Another Overlord of the Belmark.
Yep. It's right here, right?
Looks like it's returned Vampire Hexmage to hand. Plays another Urborg. And plays the Hexmage.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I'm targeting this guy.
Okay, so the Hexmage is going to use itself to remove the counters from the Overlord of the Belmark. We're going to attack. Bouncing Marit Lage.
Or
Sure.
Jesus Christ.
yeah.
Okay, return Hexmage again. 6 damage gets through. Remove an impending counter and pass. So pretty good turn, despite losing a Marit Lage to a Petty Theft. It's going to be really difficult for Adam to win this game, I think. Having 2 Overlord of the Belmarks online potentially next turn will just be way too much.
17?
I will pass the turn.
So we knew about the Hexmage. That will be played. It will remove counters from the Overlord.
So this is on stack?
Yeah.
I'm not cast Seek the Beast in response to Hexmage.
Okay, Seek the Beast in response to the Hexmage. Delver and Misty Rainforest revealed. That doesn't do a whole lot. So Hexmage will sack. And then we'll attack with 2 Overlords of the Belmark and an Orc army.
I was thinking of breaking that in myself. Really searching.
Okay, so a Bowmaster was returned to hand. And another Bowmaster returned to hand.
How much?
Not bad.
11. Yeah, let's go to game 3.
Yep, we're moving on to game 3. That makes a lot of sense. That game did not look good for Adam. So no attempts at a Cactuar there in game 2, but maybe game 3? Come on, Cactuar.
Never wasteland, right?
Yes.
Coin us with the right question. Chris, was Cactuar even tested for 1v1 gameplay? No, they don't bother with that. They just don't bother. They don't care. They don't care about us. They don't like us. It's a personal attack on me and all of you. They don't work hard enough for me.
With Legacy being how it is, you kind of pass the line.
The team that makes the cards over at Wizards of the Coast doesn't work hard enough.
And then drop return.
Because I have a dismember. I'm like, wait.
Mark Rosewater shouldn't even take a vacation. Test the cards. These people.
That one I've been, yeah. Yeah, I just got my 4th Stone Forge, so got 4 cameos already.
just as an like an aside, kind of unrelated. One of my favorite things is when like the people that scream on Twitter are calling for an emergency ban. There's just something about it being an emergency is so hilarious.
Of course. I was like, there's no way in hell you're gonna proc rotation like one. Unless you have like the combo. Right?
Yeah. I drew a second crop rotation, like I think I can cowboy this.
Fair enough.
Just the whole concept of an emergency ban of a trading card is just so funny.
Yep. Land, instant, creature, and artifact. Move combat, and you fatal push it.
Like sometimes I'm legit LMAO at posts about this kind of stuff. Maybe I'm nuts. I don't know.
Yeah.
Crop rotation, okay.
Yeah, resolve.
Only the ball. I'm gonna ask you a question later if it was correct.
Yeah.
Bajuka Bug.
I'll take one.
That card is busted.
And then I'll pass. Oh. Pass turn.
So no Delirium after that. Probably no Murktide coming next turn. Come on, Jeff. Plague Engineer.
Yeah.
We gotta see. Yeah.
And also surveil the.
That's not bad. Bowmaster. Sorcery speed. While Adam's tapped out. Kill a Dragon's Rage Channeler. Yeah, it's not looking very likely at the moment. We're going to see a Cactus, but it could happen. It could happen. Cecilio still believes. Come on, folks. Like, it can happen. Wonder what other nasty surprises Jeff has in this deck, though. This thing looks like I think Jeff's deck has the menace ability.
Sure.
Exploration. Stage pass.
Yeah, Overlord of the Belmark on the stack. It's going to resolve. Holding back a Wasteland right now is Adam, but doesn't look like the plan right now is Marit Lage.
I will attempt to seek the beast. Trigger.
Overlord is so damn good. Seek the Beast, hitting the stack.
I'll respond by Wasteland Data Testament stage.
Finish.
You have one more land. Oh, no. You have two more land drops. Just make it sure.
And then drop, or then reveal the two.
Cactus Depth's an amazing name for the deck. Aquinas loves it. You know, the cactus creatures, I don't remember if they had a name, but the ones from Outlaw Thunder Junction, those are pretty cool.
Yeah, take one.
I thought they were cool.
A Sage, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You don't destroy non-basic land,
It's
right?
my turn. Untap.
So Fair Macabre was put into exile by questing beasts. Seek the Beast. That's a bit awkward. Can't exactly use it.
First, I'll play land for turn. Okay, fetch.
Yeah, Fair Macabre looks pretty bad right now. That's true. If Urborg was in play, Adam could cast a fairy. That's a Bajuka Bog under the bayou for people that maybe thought that was Urborg.
Bolt Master, trigger.
Lightning Bolt on Bowmaster, Surveil trigger.
I'll keep the Swarm with the Exploration.
Finish.
So loose one. 18.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of bringing in Macabre in this matchup, but maybe Adam just didn't really have any other way of interacting with the graveyard. I just don't know. Generous Ent getting Forest cycled again.
Oh, and this goes away forever. So I'm just going to put it in this exile pile. Is it all the same?
I have no idea, probably.
So Adam has that Wasteland open. Overlord of the Belmark with 4 impending counters on it at the moment. We know Jeff can cheat that with a Hex Mage.
I'm at 17.
Twitch chat still hoping to see that Cactuar, I guess. No sign of it here in Game 3. That is him to Turok.
Pay 2 life.
Play it in
Cast Surgical Extraction.
Okay, Surgical Extraction.
3/4. Instant land. I'll take.
You got tons of lands, a Fatal Push, Spin Stage,
Your turn.
Search?
Sure.
Bowmasters, Overlord.
We're getting there. We're getting there. Take a list.
Sure.
Yeah, Darth saying anyone who puts Cactuar in their deck is a friend of mine. If you've been hanging out with us for a while, you've seen Jeff on stream a bunch, always experimenting, trying new things. I like that.
And you've got 2 depths.
3. You're both 3.
Do my
They're both, all right, it's 15.
So the hand gets revealed here. Buy you double Dark Depths and another Generous Ent. Surgical went after Fatal Push, by the way.
Second, I thought I just.
Straight up,
Sure.
So 4 Fatal Push will be removed from the deck and the graveyard. Now I guess him to Turak will resolve. Just discarding Force of Will.
We already attacked you, so I'll pass to the turn.
I was right, it's my turn. Indeed.
You're right.
Yeah.
Jesus, so sorry.
Nah, you got it.
All right.
Inevitability.
So you
Right,
pass to
yeah.
me.
This is Jeff's turn.
The mistake I made was on the turn where I played Dark Ritual, I could have opted to play the Donkey Void Walker.
That would have been stronger, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it would have slowed me down because I was like start drawing cards.
Yeah, exactly.
Jeff thinking about putting his Dark Depths on the board despite Wasteland.
I'm like, come on, Thoughtseize me.
It'll get its 10 counters.
It was so mana inefficient, but it got well because he had the.
Yeah, Void Walker is by far your best.
All right, passing the turn, moving a impending counter from the Belmark.
Like 2 Reclaimer and like 2.
Trigger.
Like a Tabernacle and like 2 Belfin.
Okay, another Force of Will into the graveyard.
The Donkey would have gone all the way because I would have had the mana. Oh well. My 7 card hand was
6.
4 lands, 2 of which were wastelands, 2 basic swamps, and
All right, Jeff's life total getting kind of low. Gonna chump block here with the Orc Army. There's a chance that with Reanimates in the deck, Jeff wants to keep the life total high here.
so I won't be able
So
to cast.
your play there is like
Keep
just
Wasteland.
keep wasting,
Yeah.
but like okay, but that would have not worked because
Yeah.
I had like
Alright, so
yeah. If you didn't have if you didn't remove my exploration, I think it would have been even worse. So yeah.
Generous End being a 5/7 reach could be a big problem in this game. Get one on the board.
so it's just a trap.
Moves to end step though, removes a counter from the Belmark.
It depends. It depends. Like if my hand is
Jeff's life total in jeopardy now.
removal interaction
Yeah.
is a great hand.
Tap.
Oh, he's missing a dark ritual.
Drop.
If you have a dark ritual, it's
Yeah.
happy.
Exactly.
Generous End costs 6 mana, so a mana short.
Hope that like I don't do something stupid and then like you can keep wastelanding me.
Trigger.
And
So
I mean,
surveil.
like I
It
do,
seems
yeah,
like
I
a
don't know.
trap
Like
because
it's,
I feel like I would have started deploying
Point
wastelands
counter
as
on
early
this.
as
Because
turn
like what
2.
happens if you draw land?
Questing Druid will grow. 7 total power on the board now for Adam. Another spell that isn't green, which most of the deck is not green. And swinging for lethal is a possibility.
These two on top.
Yeah.
Like
I
that.
brought in this guy.
Jeff does have Dark Depths on the board, but Adam has that Wasteland still.
I definitely did put in like
Move to combat.
This seems okay. I
Seven.
guess. Like,
only the initial.
Jeff actually only had 4 mana available for the Ent. Ooh, okay. Talon Gates of Madara. Phase out the Questing Druid. Not the worst. Not the worst.
First turn, just like
So it's
usually
like
have a fetch land.
to the 2Q.
Not the best, but not the worst.
Just like
Pass
the
turn.
what's the name?
All right, Jeff has 5 mana on the board. Getting the Ent on the board could be potentially Drew Urborg. Okay.
The two rocks, so it's
Yep.
like
Sure. Yes. Well, you bring in ley lines. Like, what else do you bring? Spellbombs.
Yeah. Didn't use the Wasteland. Now Generous Ent is on the board.
Nah, I would take out the void wall.
Makes a food.
no, I did put this in.
Oh, you did put this in. Oh, yeah.
I removed the spell loss for this.
Ah, petty theft. Damn.
He's not gonna
You, I think
Or
you
like
keep,
a one-time.
This won't
thing.
go.
I think you keep
It's
both.
phased out.
Because it's phased out. Got it. Sorry. So triggered on surveil.
Because like one of my best
Pin
goals
it.
too is just there's a saga. Like, if you take out all my constructs and like and my moxes.
Fair enough.
Yeah. Just give it. Yeah. Good news.
All right, that is the game. Adam gets it. Almost got there. Almost stabilized with the Ent, but petty theft. Brazen Bower. Wow. GG's.
Yeah. Played one to one last one. On the way.
All right. On the play.
Good luck.
All right, I'm on the left with Maverick. Adam on the right with Humor Delver sitting in the same spot. Wooded Foothills and Noble Hierarch.
Tap up, keep drop.
Basic Forest found.
Go to 19.
Yep.
Two now.
I guess I don't need this.
So Adam corrects a Scolding Tarn, finds Volcanic Island. Looks like the camera got bumped here. It's a little crooked, but that's okay. Unholy Heat takes out Noble Hierarch.
I go.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. Stand by.
Talia, Guardian of Thraben. In 2025.
All right. Now that's tempo right there.
That was tempo, I think. That I felt like tempo. Talia counter, Noble Hierarch killed. Delver player doing Delver stuff. Mishra's Bauble takes a look. That's Outland Liberator on the top.
Okay.
Cast.
Exactly.
Preordained.
Yep.
Preordain. Yeah, I said the line. Listen, in real life, I'm the same person you see on stream. Like, even outside of Magic community stuff, I'm at, like, the coffee shop talking to strangers about Magic cards. I'm the same.
And then pass turn, I'll draw on your upkeep off the bottle.
Oh, that's what you looked at. My handwriting's so bad. Sorry.
Yeah, it's on me.
You know what it is, right? I'll remember.
Yeah. Yeah, good card, good card.
Yeah, when I revealed the top card of the deck and Adam kind of like squinted to try and read what it was, I knew immediately it was Outland Liberator because my handwriting is so bad.
Yep.
That's Lush Portico. We're going to surveil. Mother Runes, Noble Hierarch. Some good cards.
Draw.
Yeah, did they test this cold brew for 1v1? Listen, folks, I don't know if I'm getting old. I can't do cold brew anymore. It's just too much.
DRC.
Yep.
DRC.
Yep.
Pass turn.
All right, matching my 2 creatures with another 2 1-drop creatures. Dragon's Rage Channeler. These 3 power flyers, if you're up against a Green Sun Zenith deck, can be your best cards, really. get those up and running as soon as possible and start attacking.
Swords one. Can 3.
Oh, I gotta pay 2. Sorry. Sorry. Oh no, wait, I don't have to pay 2.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, macchiato and pay the kicker, exactly. It's common says it's true. He says all the lines and memes. Listen,
I had in my head I'm playing a 2.
I'm for real.
Did you get the proper token?
All right, there's Outland Liberator. Not super effective against a Delver deck, but it is a creature and it attacks.
Yeah.
Good.
I'm used to play the
Drop.
Yep.
Commander.
Second Mother of Runes as well, not bad.
It's funny, I just thought I'd put it in.
Can't
Go
count
ahead.
spells.
Yep.
Yes, and
I will.
As Mistrise Village was the land played there. Adam's been playing this card.
Oh, okay.
Dragon's Rage Channeler. Swings away. Brainstorm.
How's Thundering Falls?
Yep. 3.
On my side of the board is 2 Mother Runes, Noble Hierarch, and Outland Liberator, and then a Day-Night token. It's currently day.
Oh wait, no, sorry. You didn't use 0. Not plus. Okay.
no, that's 0, 0.
Yeah. So you get 2.
I get 3 mana and let's cast the ring.
Yep.
This deck is actually Naya Maverick. I have a red splash in here. Yeah, Questing Beast on this board would be pretty good.
Pass turn.
Yep.
Manifold key.
Just today,
I use
draw.
1 mana to untap the ring.
Yep.
I was hellbent as I started this turn, knowing that I have a lot of draws in my deck right now that are just game-winning. Like, Endurance is just nuts on this board.
Tester.
At the end of your turn, I will seek the beast.
Yep.
Trigger. Then this.
Okay, Seek the Beast on end step. Surveils a Delver into the graveyard. A Questing Druid and a Ponder.
Untap. Upkeep. Drop.
Okay. I take
Cast Ponder. Trigger.
That's mono.
Yep.
All right, Ponder, Surveil. Wasteland dumped. Doesn't really need that.
While you're doing that.
Yeah. And then draw, or not draw 3, but
Bristle Branch while I do it. Alright, you got it.
2 Mother Runes, Noble Hierarch, Birds of Paradise, Outland Liberator. It's still day. Just a Dragon's Rage Channeler on the other side. Scalding Tarn for Adam.
sacrifice Scalding Tarn, put in 17.
Yep.
Do we have any Green Sun Zenith gamers watching? Do we have any Maverick players watching? Does anybody know what I'm talking about?
I'll move to combat because I have to. Okay, I'll give it pro red.
Birds of Paradise will block. Give it pro red. Infinite block combo. Yeah, Cradle Control is kind of Maverick adjacent, I guess. A lot of similar cards, but different in many ways as well.
Right. I'll cast this from exile.
Okay, Questing Druid gets played here. Death from Above, a great question, was thinking, is Static Prison just good? Exile a permanent for 3 turns? You know, some of the Maverick players have been playing, what's it called? Something by Ghosts. Sheltered by Ghosts? Is that what it's called? It's on the tip of my tongue. Anyway, I'm not really a fan of these, like, off-color, the deck is mainly green, off-color, like, random removal spells that aren't Swords to Plowshares in the deck. I'm just skeptical of all that. But it's worth a try.
Do you do your thing? Yeah. Yeah.
All right, Dragon's Eye Channeler will continue to get blocked here by this temporarily pro-red Birds of Paradise. Combo. Collector Oof on the board. Not seeing the creatures I need for this situation. But being a Green Sun Z in a 2-box deck, sometimes that happens. Outland Liberator and a Collector Oof. You swap them with another 2 creatures in this deck, and I'm probably winning this game.
Cortex? Yeah. Attack for 3.
But now with double Questing Druid on the board, things could start to get scary. Adam can kind of like storm off a couple of spells and start swinging with some really big creatures. Mother Runes can only do so much.
Yep.
Another land. Yeah, the Liberator flipping over just didn't feel like a big priority to me in this game. But it looks like that's going to happen now.
Flash in Brazen Bar, end of turn. Trigger.
Oh boy.
On the dudes.
And to be clear, like, you know, no matter how this current board looks, like, before we even shuffle up and play this game, if I'm against Delver as Maverick, I feel pretty comfortable in the matchup. That feels like a good matchup for me.
Do the Surveil trigger first.
Combination of ramp and toolbox stuff is great, but like creatures like Endurance, Knight of the Reliquary, you know, rule spells like Swords, they're all really good against this deck.
Yes.
And then also like my Wasteland plays, and Delver definitely feels like a deck I can beat.
Yep, these 2 back on top.
Two. Yeah.
Delver secrets.
The one problematic creature is often Murktide or early 3-power flyers. And in the blue-black decks, sometimes it's Barrowglyph could be pretty problematic. But overall, in the months that I've been playing this Maverick deck, against a tempo deck, my win rate is probably pretty high.
I'm gonna move to combat now. Okay. I will attack.
Yes.
With these 3.
All right, attacking with 2 5/5 Questing Druids and a Dragon's Rage Channeler. And this is where things get a little tricky, because and the Brazen Power, because my Mother Runes can only infinite block 1 creature each. And Outland Liberator flipped over into the Frenzy Trap Breaker, but a 3/3 is not very interesting right now.
Another Lush Portico.
No.
Oh, Dryad Arbor. Very nice.
So I'm fetching here, looking for the biggest chump blocker of all time, Dryad Arbor.
All right.
One, two.
Wizards, for freaking crying out loud, can we have more green zeros, please? This is getting ridiculous.
I'm going to.
Give us more green zeros. Show us that you care about us.
I thought you had days. I say I can't.
Looks like I'm going to probably be taking a lot of damage this turn, whether I like it or not. Looking at my blocks right now, I'm not sure why I'm not blocking Questing Druid.
I'll blow right down. Okay.
4 damage. Pro red.
Yep.
Put a damage.
Yep.
Take 8. 7. Just dies.
Buster.
So it becomes.
Yeah, I'm not sure what I'm doing right now. I should have just blocked Questing Druid. That doesn't... Am I missing something?
Go to the top part of your deck. Do brainstorm at some point last turn.
I took like a bunch of extra damage for no reason.
Play Noble Hierarch, I'll pass.
Okay. On top. Oh,
Adam has a lot of creatures right now.
keep. Brainstorm.
You got it.
All right, Brainstorm revealed on top. That is the game. I was probably going to lose that game regardless. Moving on to game 2.
Down a game. Championship.
Such high stakes.
The worst part is I had Fatal Push and a fetch land in my hand. But then I drew the Surveil land. I was like, might as well play it. So if I hadn't drawn the Surveil land, I wouldn't have had I was more worried about
I'll try it.
Okay.
Discard the move to the bottom.
Yeah, just
Yep.
like the longer.
All right, looks like a mulligan to 6 on the play. Windswept Heath, Mother Runes. Good start.
There we go.
Okay. Untap, upkeep, drop.
That's a Snow Plains.
I will pull
Oh yeah, I guess you
runes.
would have it.
I'll play Bobble, and I'll bobble you whenever.
Yep. Cut.
Yep. Roll the bobble. Okay. Okay.
All right, Mesh's Bobble took a look. My Mother Runes got lightning bolted. Mother Runes could be so good. It's disappointing. Verdant Catacombs.
Play Noble Hierarch.
Noble Hierarch, okay.
Sure go.
Drop.
This Noble Hierarch card is busted, by the way.
Okay, ponder.
All right, a Ponder for Adam.
Put them back on top like so.
There's a all right, Thundering Falls. There's a no blue in this deck, but the Exalted from Noble Hierarch is often really, really good. Ignoble Hierarch, another great card in these like Green Sun Zenith decks here in 2025. But my deck doesn't have black, so going with Noble Hierarch. The amount of times the Exalted triggers from Noble Hierarch are super important. It's pretty often. All right, Force of Will, pitching Force of Will, countering a Knight of the Reliquary.
How many cards in hand?
2.
Drop.
Yep.
And this Rise Village.
Yep.
So you can't count my spells. Dragon's Rage Channeler.
Some people might be wondering, I'm thinking in a Naya colored deck, why Noble Hierarch and not like just Birds of Paradise? The Exalted triggers are still so good.
Yep.
Okay, so Dragon's Rage Channeler, Ponder, Surveil. It's a Misrise Village on the board again for Adam. Doesn't look like right now I have any removal spells in hand. The 3-power flyers are often, as I was saying earlier, a big problem for the Maverick decks. If you can get 2 3-power flyers up and running as early as turn 3, and I don't have removal, I'm just going to lose the game. It's just too fast.
No.
Especially when in combination with bolts and wasteland me one time. I stumble and I fall. So Surveil dumped a wasteland.
Savannah.
Yeah.
So I'll play Caracas and I'll pass.
All right, playing Caracas, then pass the turn. No exciting plays that turn.
It's a plains, a forest. I'll grab the Lush Portico.
Oh, float away.
Okay. Move to combat.
Yep.
Back to 3.
Oh, it is 3.
Yep.
Okay.
Just land, artifact, instant, sorcery. And then I'll pass turn up to that.
Dragon's Rage Channeler is delirious. Once upon a time, looking for stuff to do. Come on, deck, give me stuff to do.
I'll grab a 9.
Post sideboard, I mean, like the cards that we saw in game 1 that were just pretty useless, like Outland Liberator and Collector Roof, get sided out. And some more, honestly, really gross stuff comes in, like Choke and whatnot.
Attack for 3.
3.
So I found another Reliquary. They are mismatched. Played around Daze that turn. I have a read here that Adam definitely has a Daze in hand.
You're gonna make a token too, right?
Oh, I mismatch like everything. I don't give a damn.
I was right, you had the days.
Yeah.
Yep.
I saw that. I was
I go down to the LGS, give me the 4 of whatever new card I need, and I don't care what version it is at all. And they hand me like 4 different versions, I'm good.
Oh, have I been missing attacks? I'm probably not playing this tight. Go ahead.
Okay, I'm pointing out here to Adam. I've probably been missing attacks with Noble Hierarch and not playing this well. Beating myself up about it a little bit.
Yeah.
Once upon a time happening here.
Go for endurance.
Endurance, not too bad.
Cast it.
For anyone not familiar with how this matchup plays out, Endurance is one of my best creatures in the deck against Delver.
Keep it on. Ooh. Damn, man.
Obviously, it's good against like the Reanimators and the Oopses and all the graveyard decks, but Endurance against Delver is like really good.
Yeah.
They often really struggle to beat it,
Ah. And then
especially when I have like a Mother Runes or something. So Endurance is in. The graveyard goes away, which prevents Delirium, prevents Murktide.
draw.
Yep.
Play this Tropical Island.
Yep.
Play him.
Yep.
Okay, there's Questing Druid.
Delver. Trigger.
Yep.
One card in hand.
1 card.
One card left in my hand. It's a Questing Druid with 1+1/+1 counter on it now. Questing Druid kind of won game 1 for Adam. Darth hoping for Questing Beast.
Your helmet?
Slam saying white border cards, what format is this? This is Legacy.
Yeah.
All right, there's Birds of Paradise.
Go.
Pass turn.
Yeah, Adam with plenty of land.
Mother Runes?
Yeah.
Okay, Mother Runes starting to assemble the team now.
Sack this. 14.
Yep.
Get this. So
Endurance also sometimes getting flashed in can lead to such blowouts. Like they attack with a Dragon's Rage Channeler that has to attack, and then you just flash it in, get rid of their graveyard, block it. They attack with 2 Dragon's Rage Channelers. You do that. Your Collector Roof blocks the grounded Dragon's Rage Channeler. The Endurance blocks the other one. It just can lead to such blowouts.
Endurance, yeah.
yeah, no. Always playing around the days too. It helps.
Yeah.
So untap,
I had the read, you had one. Go ahead.
upkeep.
There you go. I'm gonna play around that one. That's for sure.
Yeah, no, definitely.
Lose enough.
This goes to hand.
Oh, you did. Okay.
All right, a pretty useless Daze goes to hand. Passing the turn.
Attack with the Noble Hierarch.
It's a 1/1.
It's a 1/1.
I've probably been losing out on.
It's a 1/2.
It's a 1/2. I'll block it with Delver of Secrets and the Question Druid.
9. This is
Yes.
minus.
All right, I've been attacking with Noble Hierarch to try and bait a trigger of Revolt here on Renegade with Renegade Rallier. We're gonna pay for days. Thundering Falls was returned to hand. I was begging Adam to kill my Noble Hierarch.
Trigger this ability. Return Mother Runes. Yep.
So Rallier's ability resolves the return Mother Runes to the battlefield. So now I have 2.
Thundering Falls.
Thunder Falls, yeah.
Here you go.
Okay, untap. Upkeep, draw.
Yep.
Play Thundering Falls.
Yep.
Serdal.
Yep.
So you get a spawn, right? So I take 1.
I felt like it was hard to roll against this hand where I could have had like a third one.
Questing Druid with 2 counters on it. Renegade Rallier is a 3/2 on my side. I have 1 Mother Rune Summoning Sick. Endurance available to block. No Delirium right now.
Yeah, we're okay.
Not sure Adam even wants Delirium at the moment.
I did consider the board going.
You have 1 card in hand.
Yep.
Don't know what it is.
It's like
Yeah.
but then again,
I'll take it the Rallier. It's a 3/2.
It's a 3/2.
Attacking with the Rallier now. No blocks for Adam. There's a Knight of the Reliquary.
Good.
At the end of your turn, I'm gonna flash in Brazen Boar trigger.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay, Brazen Borrower gets flashed in.
I got 5 lands in the yard.
Okay, 5 lands in my graveyard, so Knight of the Reliquary is a 7/7 at the moment. Have 2 Mother of Runes on the board.
How many lands? 5. 5. Got it. Sorry. I'll bolt you. Trigger.
Okay, getting bolted. This is what I was saying, right? The 3 power flyers plus lightning bolt gives them extra reach. That's how the Delver players beat the Maverick decks. Got 3. Well, one of them is grounded right now, but 3 potential 3 power flyers on the board on Adam's side. I'm at 5 life. Only have 1 reach, 1 flying blocker. We're a bolt away from being in a really bad position.
It's okay.
I honestly am not sure if you did it or not.
Yeah, no, it's totally cool.
All right, we're both unsure here. I was being honest. I just didn't know if the Questing Druid trigger happened or not. So we moved on.
So now he's a 4/4.
Questing Druid currently a 4/4. Adam's at 11. I'm at 5. Life totals are a concern for me right now. I don't have Bajuka Bog in my build, for anyone wondering.
It's a really cool list.
For 7?
Attacking for 7. Yep.
All right, attack it with the Knight. It's a 7/7.
We played this last week.
I will take 7. Got it for it.
Let me double check. 1 second before you do that.
Yeah. Yeah, I was watching that.
So no blocks, thinking about pumping the Knight, but I will choose not to. 7 damage gets through. Adam drops to 4.
I see.
Took it out or what?
No, I should have pulled rather than the money.
Oh, yeah. Oh, so you can surveil and
You
get
got it.
more stuff?
All right, Adam will scoop. Moving on to game 3.
That's why you get rid of him. That's why you gotta get rid of him. I drew into that bolt and I was just like, oh my god, thank god.
So in games 1 and 2 here, we kind of saw like how these games play out. I mean, the 3 power flyers are often the MVPs on the Delver side, and on my side, the best cards are often Endurance and Mother of Runes.
I'll bobble you.
So we've both kind of done the things that our decks do here in games 1 and 2.
I will bobble myself.
Bobbling himself and me, bobbling everybody. Mysterized Village was the land.
Great, because I want my Primordial deck to be like half over.
Fetch, basic forest, Noble Hierarch.
I would have loved a Wasteland right there, by the way. There's Noble Hierarch off a basic forest.
18.
I don't think it was a one-lander. Yep. Dragon's Rage Channeler. Then a Ponder.
I will keep it on top. And then I'll.
Yeah, maybe it was a one-land hand. I don't know. You could be right, Darth.
Put these 2 back on top like so. And then I will pass turn.
Do you have Delirium?
No.
No Delirium. Pretty close. Yeah, the Noble Hierarch living is pretty good for me. Playing Thalia. Missing a land drop, though. So in this game 3, I kind of remember my hand now. It was Forest, Noble Hierarch, Thalia, and some other goodies. And I was thinking if I could get a land in my first couple of turns, I'm going to win this game. Noble Hierarch into Thalia is not bad. Bolt on Thalia, it dies.
Oh, yeah. The bolt goes in there. I have Delirium now. Attack for 3. 16.
All right, there's a 3-power flyer. It's on the board early. Ramalito has arrived.
I will pass turn.
Yeah, I agree with the chat here. I think Bolt should have targeted Thalia. I mean, the Noble Hierarch rather than Thalia. I agree. But it's a little hard to make that call without knowing Adam's hand.
No, I want to go giocare il game 3 senza Roland che voi.
Talia?
Response. Cast Brainstorm trigger.
Yep.
All right, a Brainstorm in response to a second Thalia Guardian of Thraben.
Put these 2 back on top like so.
Yes, good.
Good.
Pass turn.
Untap. Upkeep. Draw.
Yep.
We'll Chain Lightning Thalia. Trigger.
Yep.
Chain Lightning goes after Thalia again. Thalia down.
Attack for 3. 13. Bobble. Trigger.
Yep.
You're seeing a lot of the power of Dragon's Rage Channeler right now as well. Getting a lot of surveils.
I'll leave that on top. I will bobble you.
And presenting a clock. Caracas on top of my deck, it looks like. We're going to need that. Wish we had it a turn ago.
Cast Ponder. Trigger. Keep it on top.
Yep.
Play Thalia, play Caracas is great. In my opinion, Delver does not have the advantage in this matchup. That's my opinion.
Put these 2 back on top like so. This is my hand. Pass turn.
If I've played 100 matches against blue tempo decks over the last couple of months, let's say, I've won like 75% of them. if not higher.
And then he couldn't answer the solid. That's why I had to waste time.
All right, Caracas comes in. Mother of Runes on the stack. And then Keen-Eyed Curator. That could be a way, potentially, to shut down this Dragon's Rage Channeler. If you haven't seen the Raccoon in action, this card is great.
Holy Heat the Raccoon.
It's getting hit with Unholy Heat here before Mother of Runes can save it.
I will bin that. And then, I will...
And in this game that we're watching right now, if... Let's forget about the missed land drops for a moment, because that's just a thing that happens in Magic, but Unholy Heat also kills my Mother of Runes. But the amount of removal at the right time that Adam has had in this game, if he didn't have it, he's in trouble. Yeah, it's like Teamer Burn right now, just like 1-for-1ing all my creatures.
One card.
Yep.
X is 1.
Yeah. With a mother.
Yeah, if Adam even had like half the removal spells that he had in this game, he'd be in bad shape right now.
Got it.
Drawing the right cards at the right time. So a Green Sun Zenith X is 1 to find a Birds of Paradise. Not exactly where I want to be as well. Like, missing my land drops has hurt a lot in this game. I thought, given how my hand looked when I opened up the game, that missing a land drop or two would not be a big deal. But it just has not worked out. I've kept, one green land, Noble Hierarch, and won games plenty of times. It's usually not an issue. Unless I'm against a deck where I need, like a painter deck, let's say, where I need to Green Sun X's 2 as soon as possible or something like that. So it's not unusual for me, personally, some people disagree with this stuff, but it's not unusual for me personally to keep a hand 1 green and a mana creature and be just fine. You miss a land drop or two and everything kind of works out. Here's a Wasteland, though, so now we got 4 total mana on the board. Birds of Paradise lived. But now Adam has potentially on the next turn 3 power flyers again. And I'm at 7.
Yeah.
There's Choke. A little late.
Drop. Move combat. Attack for 7.
Block.
Yep.
Armlost.
Yep.
All right, a chump block with Birds of Paradise, a Pyroblast on the Delver down. The 2 Delirious Dragon's Rage Channelers remain. I'm at 4.
Nice. Go.
And to look up, I do exactly what you did.
All right, Wasteland on the last land on Adam's side that untaps. Mysterized Village is not bad. Scrib Ranger gets flashed in here. Chump block.
Last turn.
I'm like, I'll give you one thing.
It's endurance or I lose the game, basically.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'll put my phone away. Bro, stop. I'm like, stop with the game. Stop with the nonsense. Like, yeah. I don't know what I'm like, you really gonna play this game?
All right, good games. Adam gets it. Felt really close from my end. Couldn't get there, though. GG's. GG's. A great example, though. I felt like that match was a great showcase of the Delver versus Maverick matchup and how it can play out in the Delver's favor, how it can play out in the Maverick favor. Like all Magic games, you miss a land drop at the wrong time, draw the wrong half of your deck, and you just kind of get screwed in that way. But the play draw is pretty important too. But yeah, Great games. Let's set up another poll for the chat to decide which match is next.
Mandarin everyone on Duolingo.
Mandarin, you said?
Yeah.
Hard.
I'm not sure if Duolingo actually causes learning.
It's like a game you play.
Yeah. That's
You
what-
log in, get your daily reward.
So I'm a math teacher, so I feel like I'm a pretty.
Oh, really? That's
I'm a
cool.
Pretty.
All right, we're underway here. Volcanic Island, Delver of Secrets.
Duolingo is actually like learning a language. Like you're remembering some stuff.
Yeah, but yeah, no, I know what you mean.
When they did the announcements at the Philharmonic in the park.
Teamer Delver on the left, that would be Sam. Abe on the right with Rakdos. This might be Abe's 90s MTG debut. I'm not sure, but maybe. Either way, good to see Abe on stream.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's like learning a language.
I think if you don't, I mean, like it is a regime of like you do it every day, but then it's not.
All right, Wooded Foothills gets cracked. Badlands. I dig it.
I didn't really start picking up Spanish until I was living in Spain, and then like it clicked. You know? So I believe I won the roll because it was a 9,
Yeah, well, yeah, it was odd, so you can choose to be on those.
and I would choose to play.
Sounds good. But yeah, I mean, Magic is learning.
Yeah.
Magic is real learning.
Thoughtseize to start the game. Okay. Get a look at the hand here. Island, Scalding Tarn, Volcanic Island, Questing Druid, and Ponder.
7-on-7. That's the plan.
Sam on the left side of your screen just wrote an article for Eternal Durdles. My buddy Phil Blackman, Force of Phil, as most of you know him, has a website and channels, Eternal Durdles, and there's been some written content going up on there. Sam recently wrote an article. A couple of other local friends, some people I never heard of or that I just don't know, have wrote articles on it. If you're looking for written content about Legacy and Eternal formats, non-rotating formats, check out Eternal Durdles. And check out Sam's article.
I think I have a response. Let me think for a second.
Sure.
Yeah, I'm gonna crack this.
Sure.
In this time we're living in of TikToks and whatever, just the way content has evolved. Written content for Magic may be overlooked at times, and Phil's trying to maybe plug up some gaps in our community and give us some written stuff to take a look at. I dig it.
Oh, you're Bowmasters.
Yeah. Dark Ritual.
And over the last couple of years, too, randomly, like, this is a community. This channel is a community effort. There's so many people kind of involved one way or another. The players we're watching on stream, they're involved, right? They're playing for all of you to watch right now. But to see people like Sam and many others start to make their own videos and articles and whatever from the community that through this channel you've been introduced to has been really fun for me to watch unfold.
I'll leave on the top and drop, and then I'll take 1 damage.
Yeah.
Your move after that.
So you go to 18,
Yep.
and I get 2 counters on this guy.
It's kind of a side effect of me making these videos is that
And now I'm tapped.
other people have kind of
Yeah, I mean, that's what
started creating stuff. Fear of missing out.
Start with a land, because you never know.
Never know.
And then swing for 3.
You got it. I'm at 15.
And
Okay, Bloodstained Monitor revealed on top. That was a Raucous Theater discarded. Fear of missing out. Doesn't see much play in Legacy. If you're active in other formats, you've probably seen this card around. It's a Nightmare from Duskmourn.
All right. Untap.
Tactile Aberration now on the board.
I'm sensing the hostility.
yeah.
I'll play Volcanic Island, and I will
Play
pass turn 2.
Crack.
You got it.
Okay, Brainstorm Surveil. Dumps a Misty Rainforest.
You know, just broken surveillance better than duels.
That's pretty good. Yep. They definitely did impact the game.
Yeah, I mean, when you're on a teacher budget, these are the new duels, you know?
We actually have a really good friend who's a teacher as well, Nick.
Yeah?
He's not here today.
All right, lots of stuff going on in the background. We'll keep the volume low. I don't know who's talking about personal stuff. There's a brainstorm that just happened. It looks like we have Delirium. We talked a little bit on today's stream about these 3-power flyers in the Delver decks. They are a pain in the butt.
2 times with that, had a blast.
Scalding Tarn, another Delver.
So I'm really hoping, to cast that against you this game. Okay. See how it goes. I'm going to present.
I feel like flyers in Magic the Gathering should not have more than 2 power. What do you think?
No, I teach in the Bronx.
Oh, gosh. Oh, okay. So it's a little bit of a track.
It's not that bad.
Bloodstained Mire comes in. That was on top of the deck. Fear of Missing Out has Delirium whenever it attacks for the first time each turn. Untap it, get another combat. Can lead to some interesting situations. If you're not familiar with the Fear of Missing Out, this card is pretty neat.
Yeah, it's 9.
Him to Torok targeting you.
Bloodstained Mire gets cracked.
That's why I'm playing this deck.
But I will pick what card to discard. I will Force a Will.
I'll take it.
Removing a Brainstorm. So I'll be at 14 left.
What happened to my...
It's funny, like the players at the adjacent table playing their match are like talking really loud, but the players we're watching are so quiet. They're not saying anything. Molten Collapse targeting DRC.
I will, before I block, I will cast my own Orcish Bowmasters.
Ooh, that's a good card.
Yep.
I mean, it resolves.
I will deal 1 damage to your
Lightning Bolt targeting.
All right. What is it, VV's Thunder Magic? Takes out Insectile Aberration. Oh, no, it gets dazed. Okay, so Lightning Bolt got dazed. So Insectile Aberration will stay, actually. I missed that.
Trigger.
Another daze revealed.
Okay. I'm with blocks.
2 3-power flyers again.
Chunk block.
Yeah,
or
makes sense.
Another void.
Shuffle away that daze, though.
And I'll take 2
I'm going
damage.
to take 2 damage to 12.
Yep.
Tight plays here from Sam. Shuffle away the top of the deck after flipping the Delver. An old Delver trick. The creature on Abe's side is Fear of Missing Out.
Now is a 4, because your Bowmaster's dead.
Tamio is a broken card.
Card from Dustmorn. Delirious Nightmare.
I actually wasn't the biggest fan of it to start with.
And if you're dabbling with other formats, you might have seen this card around. It's a funky one. It's a cool card.
Darlos.
Can't let that happen.
Cool. And then my Brainstorm is good?
Yeah.
All right, game 1 goes to Sam. The 3-power flyers do it again on today's stream.
That card needs to go. There's no reason for that card to be a legacy.
I will put 2 cards back. I will put...
All right, players shuffling up here for game 2. Abe will be on the play. Maybe we'll get to see a little bit more of what this Rakdos deck is up to. As far as I know, it's just like fair Rakdos aggro. The Fear of Missing Out kind of goes along with that thought process, I guess.
It's gonna kill it. Yeah, right.
There's a 4/5.
Getting a second combat step can be kind of nuts. Blue Delta gets cracked. Can't help but root for Rakdos here.
Yeah.
I'm going to cast Stock Up.
Because you don't have a wizard. Yeah, I was like, there's more coming. All right, Stock Up's good.
Yeah, you hit both of my Thunder Trap trainers with that, and that was pretty good. This is good?
Yeah. It's because the art is so good on the card that it's so good.
Love that. Okay.
I'll take the...
Okay, Thoughtseize reveals Ponder, Hydroblast, Questing Druid, a couple of lands, and fetches a Wasteland.
I'll take the Hydro.
Yeah, I agree with Darth here. I mean, even for the 90s MTG YouTube channel, if I like look through our analytics at any given point in time, the Delver and Tempo decks are, especially Delver, among the most popular on the channel. Alec, thank you for the resub at tier 3. 24 months. That's a 2-year badge for Alec and flames all over it. Thank you, Alec. Thank you for all the support. Really appreciate it.
Take 2, go to 2. Yep.
2-year badge.
I'm going to do some
We did it.
escaping.
Sure.
So it's a creature. It's an interrupt.
Those of you picking up tier 2, tier 3 badges, rare memberships on YouTube. I really appreciate you. It means a lot. The members are keeping the lights on here, keeping this channel going.
Doesn't change the power and toughness. These are all in permadeath.
Yes.
Pass to you.
So now you still have everything.
I think so. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
There's a Mishra's Bauble. Ramalito likes Delver mirror matches.
Trainer resolves. Trigger. Yep.
Yeah, Delver mirrors are actually a lot of fun in skill testing. I think it was last week or the week before on stream, someone was talking about elves, and I was talking about, the old elves decks with Natural Order and Glimpse of Nature. And I was talking about how, like, the elves deck, like, the mirror was just, in my opinion, it was just garbage. Like, it was just terrible.
Oh.
But Delver being a top deck, the mirror is really amazing compared to elves. That's the gameplay really people want when they play Legacy.
So I was debating between playing this card and Basic Swamp.
Card's good.
And the elves deck as we once knew it with Glimpse of Nature and all that stuff is kind of phased out after Bowmasters. People blame it on Bowmasters, I guess. I think that's for the best, if I'm being honest.
Oh, that's actually sick.
No, I don't want to hear that.
That's way too sick. Drop.
Oh no.
I will play.
I stand by my statement. Any deck with like a horrible mirror is just terrible.
I'll untap
And then
Audrey says we need more members just to keep the AC working this week. Yeah, seriously. It's hot. Here in New York City, it's hot.
Jesus. What a draw. I will also play a now spell.
Okay, great. I like my play so much.
Audrey says he feels like back home in Barcelona. Darth says, so by extension, Miracles, which would had a great mirror, should get top back. Oh, God.
I will activate now spell when I'm targeting you.
Yep.
And I will pay a black to draw a card.
Makes sense.
It's not all about mirrors, Darth. That's not the only thing.
Just to go into the graveyard, right?
Yeah, so you
this
want that to exile
that
first.
happens.
Okay, cool. So your graveyard's exiled.
Yes.
Yep. And then
The Bowmaster on the stack. D's. Fetch land.
And I will also exile your graveyard.
Yeah, getting outplayed a little bit right here. The days you fetch and days again play counters the Bowmaster.
Yep. Okay. So this goes to my graveyard.
That could have been played around. I think sometimes you can choose not to play around that.
Okay, it's 1 damage to you, right?
But Sam kind of did a gotcha here. Ramalito with a great question. What do people do in NYC during summer? Are there beaches? So there are beaches in New York City, but it's pretty like...
I gotta say live. Okay.
The scenes for the beaches, especially like not on weekends, are kind of very local. And if you don't have a beach in your area, you don't really go. But there are like beachside communities like Coney Island, Rockaway, whatever. There are others.
Equal to the number of cards
In your hand.
Okay.
But most people in the summer kind of like stay in the AC for the most part.
On your end step, I'll fetch.
There are a lot of parks and things to do and whatever.
I know. It's been really fun back and forth.
What a game.
I'm gonna surveil
Yeah.
myself.
Okay.
Yeah, people take the ferry also to the beach in New York City. There are like beach people, and there are nice beaches in the city, in my opinion, to take advantage of. But it's not a thing like everybody goes to the beach.
So smart. I got it because they had it here.
And Audrey talking about someone that surfs. It's pretty like
So bad.
I don't know.
Draw.
All right, so a lot has happened. Lightning Bolt was fired off there. That was VV's Thunder Magic. And now a Ponder resolving here for Sam.
It's the Goy. It's the Goy.
Mr. Bips heard of those places in songs, yeah. There are some famous places in the city
Creature, sorcery,
that have beaches.
instant lands, 5.
Just creature, sorcery.
Well, this one counts everybody's.
Yeah, it could make more sense to make them pay for days than cast the second, potentially.
That's like max value. Unless we're playing Planeswalkers.
I'm dead.
I'm still going to game. Thoughtseize you.
Okay, Thoughtseize gets fired off. It will resolve. Murktide is the only choice. Bunch of lands. Ham's hand not great. That hand was not very good at all.
Top sacrifice.
Yeah. Grixis.
But for these Delver decks, what can happen sometimes in situations like this? Sam will draw a brainstorm, shuffle some stuff away, and we're back up and running again. And that's part of the reason why Brainstorm Fetch is so powerful in Legacy.
With that card, yes.
Okay, that for sure. That for sure. That for sure.
And then I'm gonna cast Interrupter.
Amped Raptor. Okay.
This is some good old fashioned, just like Magic back and forth.
I hit a. There it
Which I'm a
is.
fan of.
Do you need an energy counter?
I do have 2 energy cards.
Amped Raptor banned in Modern. One of the energy cards from MH3. I dig it.
There's not a lot of. There's one guy here playing Breakfast.
I'm a fan of this card. I like this card.
Even Breakfast is like back and forth magic. It just ends quickly. I haven't seen Donuts play groups here.
Yeah, it's rare anybody plays like.
Not fun.
Yeah, like everyone's here to just, pass some stuff.
Actually, play the game.
I mean, what else would you come here for, you know? Just come all the way to play. Oh, here we go. It's over. Alright, so this card is really bad. This card is not so good on the draw.
Yeah, Brainstorm fixed the hand. Happening. Audrey calling for a ban.
Yap all over.
Also, on a recent stream, I'm just remembering we talked about, like, if we had an AI, like a super powerful mega AI, like fix the Legacy format with bans and unbans, I don't think a lot of you would actually like it if it actually calibrated the format to be like perfectly balanced or whatever by whatever standards that people have.
I'll cast multiple
Brainstorm would probably be banned.
I'll attack for 2.
So Multi-Collapse took out Dragon's Rage Channeler. Here's Nethergoyf.
Oh, I do have the boy.
The 2 lands would be banned. Maybe.
3 instant sorcery. It's 5.
It's 5.
Yeah.
Boggers.
I'll use an actual dice. Okay, I'll pass.
It's just kind of fun. Like, this stuff is really, if you're trying to explain it to an AI, kind of, or an alien or a robot, kind of arbitrary. Like, we can't Brainstorm because it was printed in 1995 and there's nostalgia attached to it. It's like,
Can't go wrong.
Yeah, right?
I mean, I'm playing some fair.
What are you talking
so.
That's why I'm playing Swamps.
I think that deck, if you
to be clear, I'm not really saying we should ban Brainstorm. I think the card is interesting and fun, but
you can change some of the cards.
that's just the situation we find ourselves in.
I'm really a big fan of playing this like ancient tomb.
And in 2025, in this age of Commander and,
We're working on that.
over 30 years of cards, expecting Legacy to be like perfectly balanced all the time is just like, in my opinion, not really reasonable. Especially when you're gonna like, give the people that make decisions behind the bans all these like parameters. Like you can't ban Tabernacle because it's important, and it's like, all right.
That could be a great move. Yeah.
Needless to say, or all that to say, I've kind of just given up on worrying about that a long time ago.
Right now.
As I'm sure most of you have realized.
And historically, these temple decks were all dominated by like red, but then in recent years they've just printed so many good black cards.
I don't want to pick up Tamio because I don't think the card should exist. I mean,
So
This one drop.
trigger on the stack.
It's good. There's some spots.
Okay, so Questing Druid's trigger is going on the stack. We're delving here to cast a Murktide, giving Sam a chance to make some decisions on that.
Now, when sorry, I'll say it's not very good when you're behind.
It would be an 8/8 Murktide if it resolves, it looks like.
It doesn't help me get back into the game, but I don't know like how.
Yeah, triggers on the stack. I'm gonna cast.
It's hard to judge, but
Bowlmaster with the Questing Druid trigger on the stack. Could try to kill Questing Druid here. Netherglyph has 5 power. Murktide in 8/8 will be a important defender. With Sam at 7, we know this Rakdos deck has Lightning Bolt.
Yep.
Seek the Beast in response to the Bowmaster.
So trigger here. Then seek the beast.
Alright. Good luck. I'll go to 19. Get an island.
Bowmasters.
Yeah, Bowmasters,
It's gonna
ETBs.
resolve.
I'm gonna shoot you.
Not bad.
And then
I don't want to get wastelanded by you if you're on some wasteland.
All right. Well, the Questing Druid now a 3/3. The Bowmaster ended up targeting Sam. Sam wanted to counter that Bowmaster, it seems.
I don't think I drew a single one.
Not last game, no. But I'm still gonna play like you do.
That's I have.
You have a 1/1, right?
yeah, sorry, I have it.
Ponder.
But yeah, I mean, like the people that, like, we'll have people. You know, I'm imagining this person. They want Legacy to fire in their area at their local LGS, but also want Tabernacle to be legal. It's just like you're not making a lot of sense.
Go ahead. It took me a long time. I used to be a Death and Taxes player for like 9 years.
That's how I feel. And I know someone's gonna jump in here and say proxy. Okay. Dothy Voidwalker, Mishra's Bauble.
This is also a hard card to play as well.
I'll tell you what, I'm drawing my keep.
Sure.
I have to decide which one though. So that card's just amazing. But
It might find me another one of these. You never know.
yeah, I know, right?
Yeah,
I think that's the right choice.
I think so
I need
too.
to kill you. Yeah, you can draw cards.
Yeah,
I need to
right?
kill you. Go ahead. Yeah.
I will play one of these, and then cash in my other.
Looks like Sam's hand is Force of Will, Wasteland, and another Questing Druid. Murktide playing decent defense, but the Dothy Voidwalker with Shadow is a real pain in the butt. Thanks, Wizards, for the Shadow mechanic, by the way.
The lock lane has been good.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to play over the swamp.
I think the
When are they going to admit that the Shadow mechanic was a mistake?
Let's put a Glyph on the table.
Wolfson.
They screwed up with that one.
Single Glyph.
Yep.
Has to.
Alright.
I'll play a wasteland. I'll cast a Questing Druid.
Okay, Questing Druid gets played from hand. Seek the Beast. I love Questing Druid, by the way. This card is great.
Going to 18.
That one happens, this one happens. I'll seek the beast.
Getting another Underground Sea.
Okay.
Looks like we found a Delver and a Mishra's Bauble.
Own big boy.
Delver will trigger the beasts.
They are creature.
I mean, 8 is at 13.
Sorcery, artifact, land, so mine's a 3.
This is getting interesting.
Yeah, well, I paid 3 mana for it, and you paid 1 mana, so pass turn.
I will do a pack.
Yeah, the Druid's already kind of an old card in Legacy, I guess.
And then
Murktide attacks. Nothing to block. We got a game.
Draw up a turn.
One card left in Sam's hand. I believe it's the Force of Will. Attack with the Voidwalker. Attack with everybody. Lightning Bolt could be game winning.
Alright, so not sorcery and instant.
Yep.
Swing for 2.
You got it.
Pass to
16.
you. Something like that.
Maybe a little bit of a slow roll here if there's a bolt. Well, we don't know. We don't know Sam's hand. I don't know.
Looks good to me.
Okay. Alright, so first strike.
Second strike.
But now,
This one. I'll take 4.
yeah, 4. Like,
I'll get some speed.
Me?
yeah.
I'm tired. Okay.
All right, bolt it was. Moving on to game 3.
Land and faster.
Planeswalkers in the graveyard?
No.
Darth liking the situation, it seems.
2.
Sometimes in the chat, we have people that are like genuinely enjoying the stream. It's rare, but it does happen.
Land.
Maybe we'll post this stream on YouTube. I don't know.
Okay.
I'll keep 2.
Go that 19. Chaos Combo.
Nah, let's not post it on YouTube. Those people don't care.
13. After effects. Yep.
Okay, I read 13.
Here's a ponder for Sam.
I should get 18 if you have Thoughtseize, right? Thoughtseize, you turn 1?
Yes.
The energy, of course, resets.
There's so many cards. I feel like I'm down.
Not yet. I will pass turn 2.
By the way, is Sam using a conspiracy box? Is that from the conspiracy set? Does anybody know?
2 big ones.
When's Conspiracy 3? I'm ready.
Response to
I
that.
assumed there'd be some responses.
Going to 12. I will get a Mystic Sanctuary trigger, and I'll put Flame of Venor back at the top.
Including Delta.
I don't like the way this is going.
Yes, you're not gonna like how a lot of.
Dorothy Voidwalker came up in a conversation. Dorothy Voidwalker was one of the MVPs of Game 2. Came up in a conversation we were having at the LGS this past week about Modern Horizons and like cool cars that were in Modern Horizons. I think Dorothy Voidwalker is in like the top 5 for me.
Make this now.
Over the years, we've had to hear from like the ban all supplemental set people. You know, some of these people have like really lousy ideas, but the Modern Horizon sets, in my opinion, have offered a lot of interesting cards. Nethergoyf, another arguably really cool card. Not at the top of my list, but I like it. Barrogoyf I really like. But Dorothy Voidwalker, definitely a favorite of mine.
Go. I'll draw my Flame of Venor. I'll attack for 2.
Yeah.
All right, that was a wasteland blowing up Volcanic Island. Not bad.
And I will.
Ponder revealed, Insectile Aberration face up. What about all of you?
I'm gonna try to.
Any favorite Modern Horizons cards?
Response.
Besides the obvious ones like
Yep, and then still with this on the stack.
Endurance or something?
Awesome. So this hit the battlefield. You get the orc.
Yep. So
Yeah, we're including Commander, of course. Barrowglyph, Paraglyph, definitely favorites of mine. Yeah, we're talking about all Modern Horizons. Yeah, Endurance is great. Force of Vigor, a favorite of mine as well.
I'll give it a discount.
Untap.
Another favorite of mine is Solitude, for sure. Collector Oof, I really like.
No, it's at the end of your turn. I drew 2 cards with Flame of Venor.
Bolt discarded. That could be a bad sign. That Wasteland looks like it was huge already.
That was at the end of your turn.
Birthing Ritual is a good one. Birthing Ritual is a really cool card. It gets more play on the arena formats, I guess, right?
Yeah.
I'm back.
Attack for 1.
Amped Raptor, okay. I haven't played with this card much myself, but it's definitely up there. I like the new Ajani.
I will play a.
Finds a Bolt on top.
I will play a.
1 energy left.
Spellbound.
Yeah.
I will just use it now, target you, to draw a card.
Sure.
And I'll pass it around.
Yeah, did we just see some Rakdos tempo with that Wasteland play?
Fetching going down to 14.
Yep.
Yep.
Cards you have?
4.
Yeah, both playmats look really nice. I like when the playmats on both sides are just like bright, colorful, and interesting to look at. I feel like it just like boosts the stream.
If you just go like him into the barrel goy, like that's still a real game.
Makes the stream look nice.
This is the surveil trigger.
Surveil's good, yep.
Especially on play. If you get like you could argue for one of these, but I think that it depends because you also have to assume that like I'm not doing
I don't think it's good enough. Yes.
Yeah, no, it's not good.
it's not the business like bring these guys in without knowing what's going on. I mean, if you know my 75,
This one for what?
Yeah, there's Deathly Voidwalker again. We were just talking about that card.
I'll just
Okay.
trade off.
Yep, yep.
this guy is good.
And before you untap, I'm gonna do this thing.
You're not playing ever.
Yep, draw's good.
Here we go.
End of your turn.
Yep.
I'm going to use Flame for North to just draw 2 cards again.
Yeah, Sam's in some trouble here for sure.
Attack for 1.
Okay.
Who has tempo right now? Tempo works kind of like the initiative. You like take it away from your opponent.
And I will pass.
All right, Bolt on the Voidwalker, not bad.
And then trigger cameo.
Okay.
Soul Guy Lantern, remove the Voidwalker. Not the worst against the Nethergoyf. Amped Raptor has 2 power.
I have 6 now.
We're done here.
Okay. I'm gonna attack.
I want to get a real game 3 going here.
Alright.
No reason to make that continue happening.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just going to plus twice and then.
All right, the Soul Guy Lantern will be used. Shut off the Nethergoyf for a moment. Amped Raptor will get through for its 2 damage. Nethergoyf has 0 power. Nethergoyf only counts your own graveyard, remember?
Sure, you already had it.
Yeah. I definitely don't want to lose to just a
You're not going to just let it happen like that. Alright.
Alrighty. Decider.
Do I want to do any more recording here?
Let's see.
Murktide, okay. This game isn't over yet.
What is that?
Just got him from. There's Secret Lair.
What card is that?
It's Lightning Bolt.
Lightning Bolt. Got it. That's cool.
I might want that on the play.
Yeah, that's a new Lightning Bolt from a Secret Lair dedicated to Final Fantasy. All right, 6/6 Murktide. That'll put a stall on things, possibly.
Tap sacrifice. Get a swamp.
All right, basic swamp.
Just boarded every card.
Super greedy, boarding on a land. Why not?
Totally fun.
No one's gonna notice.
Molten Collapse on the Murktide. Uh-oh.
All the time.
I got those called profanes. They're like 6. I was like 4. Alright.
Thanks, Wizards, for the descend mechanic.
So fun.
Price of progress.
Oh, Price of Progress. Ouch.
My turn. Sorry. Before you untap.
All right, looks like Sam has a daze to save himself here, but still in trouble at 1 life.
Untap.
Bolt and a chump blocker, potentially? I don't think we have it.
Yeah.
By the way, the lightning bolt underneath the... All right, fist bump ends the game. That is the match. The lightning bolt underneath the energy counter was exiled with a void counter on it. Probably too late for me to explain that. GG's. Well played. A great match. We've had some good matches on today's stream. Maybe we will post this one on YouTube, actually. I've made up my mind. Okay. Stick around, folks, for a raid. Stick around for a raid. You'll get some channel points for sticking around. Thank you for that. I'll see everybody in the Discord. Make sure you're in it. Keep cool if you're in the heat wave as I am. Peace out.